Hi students, and welcome to today's live IELTS class. My name is Adrian. I'm streaming to you from beautiful Victoria here on the west coast of Canada. I hope everybody is having an awesome weekend so far. I hope you're all staying healthy, healthier than me, and you're enjoying life. No, I'm doing all right. Just my voice is still kind of bad, but that's okay. We'll push through in this class, and by next week, my voice, I'm hoping, will be 1,000 times better. In this class, everyone, we are looking at IELTS speaking part 3 for the IELTS exam, academic or general. Doesn't matter, speaking is the same for both parts. All right, so grab yourself a cup of water or a warm mug of tea like I have and get ready to speak, students, because you will be speaking in this class. You're not just going to listen to me, but you're going to be speaking. Welcome, Deepti, Tasleem, Rise 4, Jiang, Amu. Lots of you in the class right now. I can see that. That's great. Just going to check our parameters here real quick. All right. And let's change this to anyone can chat. All right, because this is an everybody chat class, so anybody should be able to join our chat here. All right. Okay, everyone, there we go. Now we've got lots more in here. Students, this lesson is presented to you by aehelp.com for academic IELTS. Check us out there. For the general IELTS, visit us at gieltshelp.com. You'll see these logos. We'll use these websites today for some speaking. This right here is our academic IELTS website. Click this big red button to join our premium IELTS package. It's a one-time payment and you get lifetime access. You can use the discount code ULTIMATE9 to get a 25% discount. General IELTS, gieltshelp.com. Boom, there's that red button. Click that join now to get into the premium IELTS package. And when you're in your My Student account, you will see that you have computer-based practice exams. You have a fully interactive course. You have exam books that you can download. You've got lots of lesson videos and tons more. And we'll use this website for this speaking today, the student partner speaking that's right there, right above my head. See that? Student partner speaking. So we'll use that today. Welcome, Tatiana. Hugh, Tawan, good to have you again as our new member in today's class. That's awesome. Okay. Students, again, Ultimate 9. We'll get you that 25% discount. To get our apps, go to your app store and search for Academic IELTS Help or search for General IELTS Help. I'll link the apps to the website. So in the app, you'll see like an option and it'll say more. And then when you click on that, you can say link to the website and then link it to your website account. Okay. Instagram, IELTS_AE help for academic and GIELTS help for general. If you want to send me an email, send it to adrian@aehelp.com. And on our YouTube channel and on our Instagram, you can always see our schedule. Okay. So this is going to be our live streaming schedule, April 16th to the 23rd. No class tomorrow or Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but which is good because I'll get my voice back, right? Hopefully I won't speak as much. It's very hard for me not to talk a lot, but that's what I will do. So my plans for the next 3-4 days, silence, crickets, silence. Okay. All right. So And then Thursday, 21st, boom, back with speaking part 1, and hopefully the chime of my lovely voice without its raspy features. You'll probably hear my voice will get worse and worse in this class. Maybe by the end of it, I won't even be talking. I'll just be listening to you, answering questions. But that's all good. You should be talking. You should use English and speak and use English as much as possible. 95% of the money in the world supposedly changes hands using English. It's a lot. Yeah, and then we've got 5 classes, and we'll have task 2 for members, and then we'll have reading for everybody next week as well. We'll have more speaking, so lots and lots coming up. Okay. Oh, I'm not allergic, Amrit. It's the flu. I had fever and everything, maybe even COVID. Who knows? World is crazy. It's full of disease and illness. We have to stay strong. Okay. So IELTS speaking part 3. Here we go, everybody. Let's do some speaking. Yesterday we did speaking part 2. That was about a person you like to spend time with. Anybody remember who we talked about? So what was the practice example from yesterday? Okay, you should always kind of think about and recall your practice example from yesterday. Amu and Simran says John. We talked about John, and we even talked to John, right? So we didn't just talk about John. We even had a chance to talk to John. Yeah. Lena, very good. Lena says childhood best friend. John, who I like playing sports with, and even had a great game of bowling with last Saturday. Exactly. Right? That was part 2. Remember part 2 for part 3. Because making connections will get you high marks. So when you say, as I had mentioned in part 2, I like spending time with John because he is funny, so I feel good when I'm with him. Right? Okay, so yeah. Remember part 2 for part 3. Let's do this, everyone. So let's talk about spending time with others. So when you're finished part 2, cue card in IELTS speaking, the examiner will say that is the end of the 2 minutes. I'm going to stop you. Let's move on to part 3. For this part, I will ask you some questions related to your response and some questions connected to this idea. Let's talk about spending time with others. And by the way, these questions were sent to us by one of our students in Vietnam, and it's because I think they had these questions just recently within the last month on their IELTS exam. So their part 2 was talk about someone you like spending time with, and then part 3 was about spending time with others. So this was actually your speaking part 2 and then part 3 questions in some places in the world for IELTS this past month in March, April. Okay. All right. So, but you know, my voice is fleeting. It's the last class. So rather than me yakking and yakking, let's get some volunteers to do a bit of speaking, and then I will give you a raspy feedback. So let's do volunteering for speaking, everyone. So I'll take some volunteers. I'll interview you just like an examiner. Okay. Bunty, if you have a gap year, like a full year between high school and university, and you can speak some English already, then I'm sure you can crack IELTS and get a good band score, okay? Just focus on improving your communication as well as your English skills, okay? All right, good question. You'll be able to ask me some questions when you're volunteering as well, okay? All right, so to volunteer for speaking, go to aehelp.com and buy the full course because you're going to benefit from it. But if you don't, then just use the free version and register an account. You'll have a My Student account. And then once you have that My Student account, log in, okay? It's a very secure website. We use 256-bit encryption, and we don't have access to passwords or anything like that, so you're super safe. And then enable your microphone, so it's an interactive website. You can talk to other IELTS students, you can talk to other IELTS teachers. Make sure that when the website says, can we use your microphone and your speakers? Yeah, okay, it's just like Zoom or Skype. If you say no, then there's not much point to that piece of software. Okay. All right. Okay, Amrit, if you're using a dynamic IP, that could be an issue, but we'll check it out. Okay, I'll check it out in a moment, see what's going on. Keep the window open. All right. And then message me. You're going to see me as Master. That's my handle in the chat. And then say, I want to volunteer. Okay. I'm going to see, Amrita, if everybody's having an issue like that or if it's just you. If everybody is, then I'll just reboot the chat server. But if not, then we will rock and roll. So again, I'm going to jump back a step here because I'm already in my student account. So what we're doing, students, is we are on this website. This is aehelp.com. Okay. Let me type that up for you. So it is this is https www.aehelp.com. Okay, everybody can see that, hopefully. And then go to your My Student account. It's right there. Okay, so and right there. All right, click on it. My Student account. Boom, and you're in your My Student account. Once you're in your My Student account, students, then click on this Student Partner Speaking. Okay, so that's what you want to click on. Student Partner Speaking. If you want to book a speaking interview with me, you can do that with this button here, the speaking interview practice. Okay, that's like that one there, just above my chair. All right. So you can click that one. Click on Student Partner Speaking, and then you have to click I accept. Okay. Make sure you enable your microphone and all that. Okay. And here we see all of these students. Okay. So you see lots of students in here. All right. We've got Sue Charita, we've got Divya, we've got Nazim, we've got Shadi, Ghazi, Mohammed, and I think we already have people volunteering. So you can see here that Chen, yeah, see, so everybody can see here that Chen has already volunteered because he's got that number 1 there. Okay, I can tell that he's messaging me. I'm Master. Right there. Okay. And then let's see if I can connect with Chen. So if I can connect with Chen, then it's all good. Amrit, I'm not sure what your issue is, but I can't troubleshoot for one person right now, so I'll have to check it out later. Okay, I'll take note of it though. All right. And I can see that Butir John is also doing this. So let me see what's going on with Chen here. All right, Chen, are you ready? If anybody else is having issue connecting, let me know. We love to improve our systems always. And we've got a message from Chen, so I'm going to try to connect with Chen. Should work. I can see lots of people volunteering now and pinging me. Okay. All right. Here we go. Hello, Chen. Can you hear me? Maybe not. All right, Chen. Maybe try again. If I'm having troubles connecting with a student, I'll reboot this chat. But just give me a second. I'll try somebody else, and I'll come back. Okay. Let's see if Ghazi is here. Are you ready, Ghazi? If we can't hear each other, then there might be something going on, Amrit, and then I'll do a quick reboot on the chat server. Okay, and then it might not be just local. It might be server side. We can always check that out. All right.
Hello, Adrian.
Hi, Ghazi. How are you?
I'm fine. What about you?
I'm like you can hear my voice. I'm getting over a flu.
Yeah, I
but
hear that. Yeah, I hope you will be okay.
I'm sure I'll survive. It's not my first rodeo, as they say.
Okay.
I've had similar situations in the past, so
Oh, yeah.
I've survived those. I'll survive this
Yeah, I
one.
hope you will be okay. Yeah, just take a lot of hot liquid and honey and just
I've got a
simple.
nice honey tea going right here, Ghazi. So
Yeah, absolutely. The rest you need some rest.
that's my plan. That's after I help everybody pass IELTS in the world.
Yeah,
Then after that, I will rest.
and absolutely, you have to reduce your speak as cameras.
Right. All right,
Yeah,
Ghazi. Thanks for volunteering.
yeah.
And you are in Canada, right? You're in
Yeah, Newfoundland. Yeah,
Newfoundland.
so
Yeah,
far,
on the
so
other side
close.
of our great big country from
Yeah,
me. You're on the East Coast. I'm on the West Coast.
yeah,
So, all right. And you're practicing lots of English, Ghazi, using it every day?
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I practice every day with my kids. Yeah, but unfortunately, there is COVID restrictions here, but it's okay.
All
I
right.
catch my friends virtually now these days also.
Okay, good, good. All
Yeah.
right, Ghazi. Any plans of when you're going to do the IELTS exam?
Actually, I need to do it as soon as possible, as maximum 1 month from now, I can say. So
Okay.
I need it before June.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get you a bit ready for that. We're
Yeah.
going to get into part 3 here. So this was actually an IELTS speaking part question, or these were very similar to the questions in the last month. So they're not the same questions, but the topic
Yeah.
is the same. So the topic was talking about spending time with others. So here we go. Okay. I'm going to just kind of start you off and then give me a nice full sentence answer. Really focus on thinking about me. So thinking about helping me to clearly understand your answer. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. So let's talk about spending time with others. Why is it important to spend time with people we care about?
Absolutely. We need to spend time together. First of all, because we are a social being. Secondly, because when we spend time with a loved one, we can get new informations from them. Also, we can feel safe when we spend a lot of time with people who are close to us. Like when I spend time with my friends John, I feel more confidence, and he helped me to learn new English.
All right. All right. So that was a pretty long answer, and I'm not sure that an examiner will let you
Yeah,
say quite that much or have that much time for one question, but you
yeah,
have the right idea. Okay, you have the right idea.
yeah,
So you're giving me an answer. The trick here is you want to be more concise. So what you
yeah,
want to practice, Ghazi, is
mm,
when you say an answer like this, record it, right? Like this lesson is recorded, so you can
yeah,
actually on YouTube go back and listen to your answer again.
yeah,
And
sure.
then think about, okay, I just did that. It took me like 30 seconds to say that. Now I want to say all of the same information, but in 10 seconds, right?
Yeah,
So you have some small grammatical mistakes, but it's not the end of the world. I think that was about a band 6, by the way,
yeah,
judging, fluency, grammar, range, accuracy, lexical resource, and of course, coherence. Like how much does it make sense, right?
yeah,
Okay, so let's look at your original answer. You said, absolutely, we need to spend time together. First of all, because we are social being. Secondly, because when we spend time with loved one, we can get new informations from them. Also, we can feel safe when we spend a lot of time with people who close to us. Like when I spend time with my friend John, I feel more
mm,
confidence and he helped me to learn new English. Okay, let me fix this grammatically first, okay?
yeah,
All right. So, absolutely. Let me change colors here. So, absolutely, we need
you
to
need to.
spend.
Yeah,
Yes, exactly. Right. So, we need to spend time together. Missing subject here with people. Let me do
mm,
it this way. With people we love. Okay,
yeah,
instead of care about, with people we love.
yeah,
And then, first of all, because we are social beings, we are, right? And beings is countable. One being, two
yeah,
beings. Secondly, because when we spend time with loved ones, we can get new information. Now, that's where you want an explanation.
mm.
Okay. So, what's good about getting information from people?
Yeah, like latest news, like political news, what going on about the COVID,
Okay,
new
good. So
information.
good. So simplify. It helps us stay
Yeah,
safe, right? So if we have information, we can stay safe.
yeah,
So we can simplify that. So we can get new information
yeah,
that helps us stay safe. We can learn from them and use this knowledge
mhm.
to make more money.
Yeah, absolutely. Also,
All right.
because I'm here in Canada, I need to meet people and spend time with others in order to improve my language.
Improve your language, learn
Yeah,
about a good investment idea, learn
yeah,
about a new job opportunity, learn
mm,
about where to go for vacation for a good cost where you're saving
yeah,
money and you're having a good time, right? So
yeah,
we do all of that. Good, sure. So we want to be concise and we want to
yeah,
explain. So now check it out with these corrections here.
mm,
Absolutely, we need to spend time together with people we love. First of all, because we are social beings. Secondly, because when we spend time with loved ones, we can get new information that helps us stay safe. We can learn from them and we can use this knowledge to make more money. Like when I spend time with my friend John, I feel
mm,
more confidence. I feel more confident. And he helps me to learn new English that I can use in my job,
yeah,
right? And now
yeah,
you have a really clear, good answer of why it's a good idea for us to spend time with other
yeah,
people. Okay, let me ask you the question again and go ahead and read
yeah,
the answer. Okay, so Why is it important to spend time with people we care about?
Absolutely, we need to spend time together with people we love. First of all, because we are social beings. Secondly, because we spend time. When we spend time with loved ones, we can get new information that help us stay safe. We can learn from them and use this knowledge to make more money. Like when I spend time with my friend John, I feel more confident, and he helps me to learn new English that I can use in my job.
Awesome. Yeah. So that's how it's done, Ghazi. Okay. So small corrections to the grammar, a little bit
Yeah,
of correction to the information, and you've moved all the way from a band 6 to a band 9, right?
yeah.
So that's how it's done. Ghazi, that's awesome. Thank you for volunteering.
Thank you, Adrian. I appreciate that, and I hope your voice will back
You,
as
you and
soon
me
as.
both. Yeah, you
Yeah,
and me
take care.
both. Thanks, Ghazi. Bye. Okay, that was Ghazi over in Newfoundland, Canada. Local, but still far away. Ghazi's about probably like 4,000 kilometers from me. So, Hugh, let's see if Hugh is here. Hugh. Oh, maybe he's not. I think it's our new. I think that's our new. Are you ready? Let's send him a message. Just check it out, or her. Not sure. Because Huey21, I believe, is our newest member to join our YouTube group of members. And we always like to hear from new members. So I'm going to be kind of nosy here and see if Huey is there. Okay. All right. Yeah, Amu will do follow-up questions as well. Okay. All right. I don't know about here. Okay. Let's see. I believe this is going to be Saeed. Yes. Are you ready? Okay, I'm just randomly picking people, by the way. So be patient. I'm going to have time for lots of volunteers for today and lots of feedback. And take tips, okay? So take tips on what I'm showing and make sure to repeat, okay? So learn from each other. Don't just blindly listen, okay? Hello.
Hi, how are you, Adrian?
I am doing good. Who am I speaking with?
My name is Botya. I'm from Uzbekistan.
Botya from Uzbekistan.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Can you spell your name for me?
Botya.
Botya. Botya.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah,
Botya from Uzbekistan.
yeah.
Awesome. What city are you in Uzbekistan?
So currently, I'm a student at high school. I study English,
Mm-hmm.
and recently I have bought your courses,
Awesome.
and this is good. And I wanna get a high score from this IELTS exam and study in the US.
Right on. You're a smart young man, and it sounds like you have good direction. You know where you want to go. Do you know where you want to go in the U.S.? What part of the U.S.?
California, but currently my parents live in California, but I'm single, live in Uzbekistan.
Really? Your parents are in California and you're in
Yeah,
Uzbekistan?
sure,
That's
yeah.
How did that happen?
Because we have some family problem with documents, but it's
I'm sure that will get figured out. California is a great place. Even California is a big place. And like Southern California, San Diego, nice and warm. San Francisco, which is much more north, colder. Whereabouts in California are you?
But I'm planning to study in San Francisco State University.
San Francisco. It's colder.
Sure.
It's kind of San Francisco's not that far from me. Well,
It doesn't matter for
technically,
me. I want to get a quality education.
it's warmer than Uzbekistan in the winter. I'll tell you that.
Sure, yeah. That's true. That's true. Well,
All right. Okay. Well, I will help you as much as I can with your journey.
thank you.
So we'll do a bit of speaking. I'll ask you some questions. Give me some nice full sentence answers. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So let's talk about spending time with others. Why is it important to spend time with people we care about?
So first of all, we all must spend time with each people because if we're together with the people, we can get a lot of useful informations and how we can receive help from them. And for instance, friendship plays an important role in our daily life. We must appreciate it and take care of our friendship forever.
Okay. What are positive ways to spend time together?
I think the first of all, I have to admit this is you can feel it. You can feel it confidence if you're together with your friends, and you as I said earlier, you can get a useful tips or advices from your friends or from the people.
What are positive ways to spend time together?
Hi, you can just relax without your studies or work. Just hang out with them. I think this is the best way to unwind yourself.
What are negative ways?
So I think there is a little drawbacks being positive with each other. If you if you if you have a lot of friends, this means you have a lot of enemies in this life. You can't find a trustworthy friend, but you can meet only once. That's why we must appreciate our one trusted friend. And this.
Okay. So let me give you some feedback, Butch. All right, that first question was kind of a repeat of what I asked Ghazi, which was just for practice, and that was good. You did a pretty good job of that. So you said, first of all, we must spend time with each other because if we're together, we get useful tips and we can get help, and that was good. And then you used a nice expression here, which I really liked. You said, friendship plays an important role in our daily lives. That was really nice natural English. Okay, so that was good. That was great.
Thanks.
And I liked it. And you said, and we must take care of our friendship forever, warming my heart. Okay, that was good. And then I gave you a couple of new questions. First of all, I asked you, what are positive ways to spend time together? You started to say that, you can feel confidence if you're together with friends and you can get useful tips.
Yeah.
But that doesn't answer the question because that's a different question. So here I'm asking about positive ways to spend time together. So I asked you the question again, right? I repeated the question. I said, what are positive ways to spend time together? That's what IELTS examiners do sometimes. When the candidate doesn't answer the question, they repeat the question, right? So if the examiner is repeating the question, it means that you weren't answering the question before. So they're asking you again because they think, well, maybe you didn't understand it, but you're usually losing some marks when that happens. Okay.
Okay.
So I asked you the question again, and then you answered it again, but differently this time. You said, you can just relax without your studies or work or hang out with them. And then you said, this is the best way to unwind yourself. Don't use you in your answers. Okay, so no you. It's hopefully everybody remembers that with now with my raspy voice. No, you. Sounds like I'm like this evil character from a movie. Don't use you when you're speaking. Okay, so do
Okay.
not use you. It is confusing and low-level communication. We do it, even in every native language we do it, but it's considered low-level communication,
Okay.
especially when we're not talking about that person. Okay?
Okay. Okay. I got it.
All right, don't rush. So my tip to you is don't rush your answer. So don't be so quick to answer. Think a little bit, okay? So think before you speak. And, I don't want to pull the I'm the older guy card. You're the younger guy, listen to the wisdom guide. But it's true, right? The older we get, the more we realize that, okay, I got to think, and patience is important. So think before you speak, okay? So positive ways to spend time with people. I'm sure you can think of a couple that's maybe better than relaxing while we hang out. So if I want to spend quality time in a positive way with you or with another person, what can I do? What would most people consider as positive quality time together?
For instance, play video games or just hang out.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't. If I ask your mom and dad, hey, Butch is playing video games with his friend. Is that quality time? Maybe. Okay. So playing
This is just for
games.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Playing games. Okay, sure. Playing games. Why though? Why would playing games be a positive way?
Because after studies, you can get to chill out with the friends.
Yeah, we can
Forget-
energize, right? We can recharge.
Energize. Yeah.
Okay, playing games
Yeah.
because it helps to recharge.
Yeah. This is my first time speaking with you.
I know. I'm tough on you. I'm hard on you.
I'm
Don't
very
worry.
existed.
I'm being hard on. Life is hard on me. It's taking my voice away, so I'm being hard on everybody today. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm
you speak
kidding,
very
Butcha.
Fluently.
I'm
You
kidding.
speak very fluently.
I'm kidding. By the way, Butcha, in the actual IELTS exam, the examiner it just treats you like any other English-speaking person. There's no ESL. They don't care about whether you're Uzbek, whether you're American, Canadian, or from Vietnam. They will just speak to you like I'm speaking, like just very directly. Okay, so be ready for that. All right. So playing games, it helps to recharge the spirit. Sure. What's another way to spend quality time with another person, with your friend?
Other way?
Yeah. So what would like, think about your mom and dad? How would they like you to spend time with your friends to say that, hey, they're spending good time together. It's a positive time together.
Yeah, I think we must create a time management for this. For instance, 2 hours or 1 hour for being.
Sure, but we're still
Together.
focusing on this concept of positive ways to spend time together, right? So
Yeah.
if you ask me, right, so I would say playing sports
Playing sports.
to improve physical health. Okay, all right. Learning together, like watching a nature documentary. And then talking about it.
Discuss, you mean, yeah?
Yeah. Okay. So that would be positive, right? Because you're improving yourself physically, you're improving yourself mentally, you're improving yourself spiritually. If you're improving physically, mentally, spiritually when you're spending time with your friends, your peers, others, then you are spending time together in a positive way, right? So that's what it means to spend time together in a positive way. So then what would be a negative way to spend time with someone?
I think if you have a lot of communication time, you can waste your time and forget about your family.
Okay, so playing too much video games, right? Could be time wasting, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What else? What else is think about? So if improving health, improving thinking, improving the spirit, those are positive ways. Then obviously the negative ways would be And if you're looking at the chat, there's people that are kind of giving ideas there as well. So what would be a negative way?
Negative ways is you can lose your time and as you said earlier, and your health, mental health, if you play a lot of video games.
What else can lead to health problems? What else do, especially a lot of young people do that, older people would be like, oh, we did that, but it was kind of bad.
So I think this is a problem with eyes, especially with eyes. I think.
No, I'm thinking just actual activities. Like, so you can see Nguyen Huatan there saying like smoking, drinking alcohol, doing drugs, right? So
Yeah.
video games, wasting time, partying too much, and doing drugs or drinking. It's bad for health, right?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So those would be negative ways to spend time together. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to say the question. I'm not going to type it all out, and I'll say the answer, and then I'll ask you again. Okay. And then just give me your answer. So I think you've got good English. You don't have to copy what I say exactly. You just have to try to copy the ideas. Okay. So here's the question, and here's the answer. What are positive ways to spend time together? Well, I think a couple of beneficial ways to have quality time with others is by improving health, both mental and physical, such as playing sports, doing learning activities, watching nature documentary, like I did with John the other day. We watched Lonely Planet and then had a really good discussion. What are positive ways to spend time together?
I think there is good if you have a quality time with your with another person.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. I'm going to cut in, and just again remind you, don't use your and you. Okay, so don't use your and you. Okay, one more time. What are positive ways to spend time together?
I guess spend quality time with the friends. I think is just good because you can playing games because it helps to it helps to unwind yourself without your studies, or for instance playing sports to improve your mental health and learning something new for yourself.
What are negative ways?
So from my point of view, I think if you have a friends, if people have negative friends, you can just waste your time like being a lot of a party and drinking alcohols or smoking. This is a very dangerous for your mental health, and you can waste your time and.
Okay. Not bad. So, Bocha, that would be, again, about a band 5.5, and you really have to practice avoiding saying you, okay?
Yeah, okay.
So, practice not saying you. When you take out the word you start to replace it with better words like people, friends, family, and your speaking will become much clearer. Your lexical resource, your vocabulary score will go up. So, avoid the you and the your, and really focus on slowing down your answer and just thinking about the ideas a bit more, okay?
Okay.
All right, Butcha, keep it up, and maybe I will see you in California, because I like to go to California every now and then. I like to go there for surfing, and I plan to take my kids to Disneyland near LA there next year. So you never know, we might see each other there, Butcha.
Thank you very much. Take care of yourself. I appreciate your this feedbacks or lessons. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Okay, bye, Botya. Bye.
Thank you. Okay.
All right, that was Botya. So important point there, everyone, is no you. Okay, take out the yous in your speaking. All right. Okay, Hugh says I'm still getting ready. All right, working up that, yeah. So, and we're just having fun, everybody, okay? This is not the real IELTS yet, so this is a chance for you to build confidence and practice your English, get some feedback, get a score estimate. So don't overthink it, okay? Butch is a good guy. Give him some thumbs up. Mal was giving a clap there in the chat. That's awesome. I'm watching the chat here, by the way, as well, everyone. So you can see that I really appreciate this kind of feedback. Like Mal here has the clap going on right there, and the thumbs up right now, and John Williams as well. So that's really cool. Yeah, support each other. Okay, that's really important. Okay. All right. Let's get that chat off to the side so I can see our next volunteers. Okay. John's back for a bit more as well. I can see that. That's great. Amrit, looks like you figured it out. Maybe you did a restart. All right. Amrit, are you ready? Shushi, yeah, you can practice with me. Just go to the website and volunteer. We've got lots of time. We can take lots of volunteers. So let's do it. Okay. Amrit. By the way, I fixed that beeping thing that we had the other class students.
Hello.
Hi, Amrit.
How are you, sir?
Raspy, crackly voice, but otherwise good.
Okay. Can you hear me clearly now?
I'm jealous. Your voice is so nice and clear and healthy.
Okay.
All right. How are you doing?
I am doing great. And what about you?
Still raspy, as I said. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Amrit.
I hope you will. I hope you will fine.
Yeah, I hope so too. Because if I lose my voice, I lose myself. I love talking, as I'm sure you know. So, okay, Amrit, let's go to these questions again and give me some nice full sentence answers, okay?
Okay, sir.
All right, here we go. What are positive ways to spend time together?
According to my perspective, there are lots of different ways to spend quality time with friends, family members, and relatives, like going to a park with a couple of hours and play football or some other sports to unwind. I think it's a really good idea to spend time with the friends. Like even we can also share their life experience together. And for example, even last Sunday, I got a lot of help from my best friend from Kuljit, and he is very intelligent.
What are negative ways?
I think there are lots of really bad ways to spending time with the friends. Some friends are pushed to in a bad habits like drinking alcohol and smoking, which is really bad habit. And even one of my friends who are really suffer from this habit because he really face this kind of problems.
How has spending time together with people changed over the past few decades?
I think spending quality time with the family members and relatives changed a lot for the past 10 or 20 for 1 or 2 decades. In the past, people spend a lot of time with family members and friends, but now people have not much time to spend their quality time, and even nowadays people are making more money rather than going with friend or family members.
Okay. Good. Very nice, Samrit. All right, let me give you some feedback. That was good. That was solid. That's an easy band 6.5, going towards a band 7. So that's a fluent to good speaker of English, according to the IELTS exam. Your grammar is a little bit off here and there. You're using some awkward word choice. You could be more accurate with your words in a couple of places, but overall it's clear English, it's understandable, you're accurate, you're answering the questions, you're not really getting
Yes, sir.
stuck. Okay?
Yes, sir. Even sometimes I have not enough ideas. I'm using some awkward grammar or some words.
Yeah, that happens. Okay, so I asked you the same question as Botya, positive ways. Obviously, you had time to think about that. So you said, according to my perspective, there are lots of different ways to spend quality time with friends, family, going to the park, playing football. Don't forget your explanations, okay? This is for everybody. So remember to explain why, right? Because playing games like that, it's not only fun, but it's also very good for health. It's great for cardiovascular exercise. And then just a simple example, I played a really good game of cricket with my friends last Saturday. I learned about what happened during their week and got a great workout, right? So keep it simple, okay?
Okay, sir.
All right. And then I asked you about negatives, and you had a really good answer there as well. You said, I think there are lots of really bad ways. Some friends push to do bad habits. We don't say push to do bad habits usually, although it's okay. It's understandable English. What's the word that it's most natural in English when you have friends who are pushing you to participate in bad activities? There's a special collocation for that. Do you know what that collocation is? Some of you in the chat might realize this if both words start with a P. So it's the first word starts with a P, the second word starts with a P, but neither of them are push. Do you know what it is? It's not persuade, John. What do you think it is?
No.
No.
Maybe
When something is pushing, what's another way to kind of say push? It's
demotivate. Like
no,
say that.
and it's not persuade. It's two words. It's a very common collocation. You hear it in school all the time because you hear parents and teachers saying, "Don't do this," and they always say this. So some friends, I wonder if anybody's Googling
Bad
it right now.
habits.
No. Another way to say somebody who's your age group is a peer. Okay? So it's your peer, and Lena says pressure. It's called peer pressure. Okay? Have you ever
Peer
heard this
pressure.
before? Peer pressure?
Yes, sir. Yeah. Even I'm using this word in writing, but actually I'm not remembering now.
Yeah. So some people peer pressure to do bad habits. That's nice English there. And then that will get you some nice marks for this question for sure. Okay. So some people peer pressure to do bad habits like drinking, smoking, or committing crime. Right? Another one that popped into my mind while you were saying that. Like stealing a chocolate bar. Okay. All right. So that would be a bit better. Okay. One of my friends suffers from this, and he smokes and drinks and sounds like Adrian with his raspy voice, right? And he smokes. It's too much. Okay, I have to have fun with it. All right, so just repeat this after me. I'm going to say it and then just copy it, okay? So I think there are really lots of bad ways. Some people peer pressure to do bad habits like drinking, smoking, or committing a crime like stealing a chocolate bar. One of my friends suffers from this, and he smokes and drinks too much. So what are negative ways?
I think there are lots of really bad ways. Some people peer pressure to do bad habits like drinking, smoking, and committing a crime like stealing a chocolate bar. One of my friends suffer from these, and he smokes and drinks too much.
All right, okay, so that's a bit more accurate. All right, and then I asked you, how has spending time together with people changed over the past few decades? And you said, I think spending quality time with family members and relatives have changed a lot for the past 2 decades. They spent a lot of time together, but now use numbers. Okay, so if the question is past few decades, so you can say like in the 90s and before. Okay, so in the 90s and
Or
before,
even 10 or 20 years ago.
if that works for you, sure. Okay, I'm old school. So in the 90s and before, people spent a lot of time together, but now they don't have as much time because they're focused on making a lot of money rather than being with, instead of going with, being with friends or family members. And they keep in touch through social media rather than face to face. Always remember technology. Okay.
Oh, okay, sir.
So whenever you're comparing past to present, technology is having such an impact on our lives that you can always use that for a little bit of extra points. Okay. So let me repeat this answer and then copy after me. And everybody who's watching and listening, do the same thing. Okay. So copy. All right. So how has spending time together with people changed over the past few decades? I think spending quality time with family members and relatives have changed a lot over the past 2 decades. In the 90s and before, people spent a lot of time together, but now they don't have as much time because they're focused on making a lot of money rather than being with friends. And they keep in touch through social media rather than face to face. So how has spending time together with people changed over the past few decades?
I think spending quality time with family members and relatives have changed a lot for the over the past 2 decades. In 19s and before, people spend a lot of time together, but now they don't have much time because they are focused on making a lot of money rather than being with the friends or family members, and they keep in touch in those social media rather than face to face.
Yeah, through social media. Okay, much better. All right, that was good. Nice. Okay, good. Amrit, good work. So one last question. How did you fix that issue where it said too many IP addresses? Did you just restart the website or what did you do?
No, sir. I have 2 accounts, and even
Oh.
if this happened, this happened 1 month ago.
Okay. Yeah. They're very
And
complex,
after
these
I,
chat systems, so it's hard to say what's causing it, but we can always check for sure.
okay, sir.
All
Well,
right.
thank you so much, sir, for giving me a nice chance.
All right, Amrit. Keep up the good studies. Bye for now.
Bye, bye, sir.
All right, so that was Amrit. Yeah. Rajneesh, thank you for the thumbs up. Good support. Nicely done. All right. Let me reach out to another student here. Tatiana, very studious. Tatiana would like to volunteer. Tatiana, are you ready? I like it when students come back and volunteer again and again. It helps to progress and improve. And I see, Tatiana, that you were practicing in the chat and writing some example sentences there as well. So that's great. I hope you're still with us. Hopefully we can connect. Okay.
Hello.
Hi, Tatiana.
Hi, Adrian. Nice to hear you again.
Really? Nice to hear this voice. I don't know why. That's
Your,
very, it's
your
flattering.
voice is always nice to hear.
It's very flattering. Very flattering, Tatiana. I hate my voice right now. I want to delete it. But anyway, thank you, Tatiana. Okay, Tatiana, let's get into a couple of questions here. I'll jump back to this question that we just covered with Amrit. Give me a nice full sentence answer. Here's a quick tip before you give the answer. So obviously you probably realized, as many other students, that this is a present perfect. So this question is, how has spending time together with people changed? So present perfect, of course, in English, we use present perfect to emphasize change over time, right? So that's very common, and that's why it's being used here. So what I'd like to ask you to do is, when you're answering this question, focus on using the present perfect not only once, but try to use it at least twice in your answer. And hey, if you can use it 3 times, even better. Okay? All right?
Okay, I'll try.
All right. So how has spending time together with people changed over the past few decades?
The ways people love spending time together have tremendously changed over the last 30 or 40 years. people used to spend time together going to the theater or playing active games such as volleyball in the park. Now people have I'm thinking of I'm thinking of ways to insert present perfect. Now the internet has become the most popular way for people to go on and spend their free time there together. Lots of companies have introduced marvelous games with beautiful 3D graphics, and nowadays lots of people adore spending time practicing their computer game skills.
Okay, good.
Yesterday, I spent 30 minutes playing with my bestie the game called Lineage.
Okay. How do you think this will change in the future?
I believe in the years to come, individuals will be more depending on the internet and online, and spending time face to face will probably be the thing of the past because of scientific breakthroughs and advances. People will enjoy more state-of-the-art technology and gadgets, and prefer spending time with such type of things instead of spending time with each other.
Such a sad future. All right.
Oof.
Okay. They will prefer spending time with such gadgets. Okay. I got most of that. All right. So let me give you some feedback. Okay. Good job.
Yes,
I know
please.
I gave you a challenge there, right? Because I was really pushing you to reflect the grammar and use the present perfect. One trick, and this is for everybody, when you hear that present perfect, is you don't have to just focus on the simple present perfect. You can also incorporate the passive
Present
voice of the present perfect, or you could include the progressive form. And sometimes the progressive form is quite easy to squeeze into the answer. I'll show you how, Tatiana, okay? So let's jump back here. So the question was, how has spending time together with people changed over the past few decades, okay? And then you said the ways people love spending time together have tremendously changed. So the first and the easiest way is just to use the question, right? How has it changed? It has changed a lot over the last 30 years, okay? And then you said people used to spend time together going to the theater or playing games. Now the internet has become, you can include progressive form here. So you could say something like, people have been spending much more of their time online rather than face to face. Okay. So basically, when you're thinking about a simple present progressive, so people are spending a lot of time on the internet, you can change that to present perfect progressive, and it'll make just as much sense in most cases. Okay, so people have been spending a lot of their time, and you're right away using the present perfect. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Okay, so that's kind of one quick, simple way to immediately insert another present perfect, just to really emphasize that change and movement over time. Okay.
And it's a universal trick, actually.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So lots of companies have introduced marvelous games, yeah, technology with beautiful graphics, so people adore spending time practicing computer games. And then you said, yesterday I spent 20 minutes. The second trick, so where you can insert it again a third time, is with the example. So in your example, where you want to say a simple past or a present progressive, again, you can just quickly do a present perfect. So, you, of course, don't use yesterday. So in here you would say, I have been spending a lot more time on the internet these days than I did 10 years ago. Okay, so with each element, the answer, the explanation, and the example, you can insert a present perfect. Keep your thoughts open. Don't just think simple present perfect, but also think about present perfect progressive. And then that will make it, quote unquote, easier to insert the present perfect. Does that make sense? Okay. Do you want to try one more time? So I'm going to ask you the same question and think about it that way, and then just keep this in mind as you're answering this time. And I have a feeling you're going to be more fluent. Okay. So how has spending time together with people changed over the past few decades?
The ways people spend time together have tremendously changed over the last 30 or 40 years. People have been spending much more of their time online rather than face to face. Lots of companies have introduced marvelous computer games with beautiful 3D graphics, and people have been spending time practicing their computer skills. Personally, I have been doing much more. I have been spending much more time online than I used to.
Yeah, exactly. Don't overthink it, right? Like I have been doing much more of this than 10, 20 years ago also, right? So you don't overthink it. And then that present perfect comes naturally. Yeah. Okay, and then I asked you, how do you think it will change in the future? Now, you said, I believe in the years to come, individuals will be more dependent on the internet and online, and spending time face-to-face will be a thing of the past, nice expression, because of the scientific breakthroughs and advances. People will enjoy more state-of-the-art technology and gadgets. They will prefer spending time with such gadgets. Even more. Okay. All right. Just for fun, can you give me a sentence here using future perfect?
Future perfect simple.
Yeah, future perfect.
Individuals will have become more dependent.
Yeah. Yeah, on technology.
Individuals will have become more dependent on technology. Spending time face to face will be gone. It's not very perfect. Companies will have created even more addictive devices.
Okay, so I've thrown up a sentence here while you were thinking, and that was good. So that's what you want to do. Some forms of grammar we don't use so commonly in our everyday speech, like the future perfect, but on the IELTS exam, in professional communication, if you can use it correctly, it will definitely help to achieve those higher band scores like band 8 or band 9. So I wrote up this sentence here. I'm going to read it out and then just copy after me, okay? So individuals will have become more dependent on technology as companies will have created even more addictive devices, such as virtual realms where people will have been able to live in purely digital atmospheres.
Wow, cool.
Go for it.
Individuals will have become more dependent on technology as companies will have created even more addictive devices, such as virtual realms, where people will have been able to live in purely digital atmospheres.
Okay. So we can always work on making our language more and more complex and expressive as we get into these questions. And that's what you want to do, Tatiana. So your English is quite strong. I think, you're at a very stable band 7.5 to 8 consistently. And the way to get to that band 9 is to really pick apart at the little details of your responses and see how you can make it even more, not necessarily complex, because you don't want to make communication complex without reason, but to make it more advanced. Let's say it that way. Okay.
Yes, it was exactly what I needed, and I thought about it, but you gave me, well, just a perfect tip how to do it.
Okay. All right.
Thank you very
keep it
much.
up, Tatiana. Very good. Thank you so much
Yeah,
for
thanks a million.
volunteering. Okay, bye. All right, that was Tatiana. Give her a thumbs up. She's doing a great job there. Okay, everybody, I'm going to stop there. I really want to continue on with the rest of you, and I promise I will next week, but I can feel that if I keep going, I just won't have a voice, and the more I destroy my voice, the longer it's going to take me to recover my voice. But I should be good for Thursday. That's when our live classes will continue. We'll be on Thursday, and we had lots of tips in this class through the volunteering efforts of Amrit, Bocha, Ghazi, Tatiana. So thank you so much for all our volunteers. In the meantime, go to aehelp.com, go to gieltshelp.com, check out the courses, check out the materials, check out the videos, tons of help there for you. Use this discount code ULTIMATE9 for that 25% discount. We had lots of people watch this class. That was really super. And the next class is coming up on Wednesday, the 21st, okay? We just released a new speaking video with a lady from the Ukraine. She did a really fantastic job, so check that out. Thank you, Eugen, for all those awesome emojis. Those emojis, just so everybody sees it, there it is. Clown, panda, starry eyes from Eugen. I'm Adrian. I'm signing out with my raspy voice from Victoria, Canada, and I'll be back on Thursday with a much cleaner, smoother sounding voice, hopefully. Bye for now, everyone.